So what are the basics of trust selling?
There's two core principles behind our trust-based selling approach. And the first one is the idea of always be diffusing pressure, taking pressure out of the conversation. Now, we invented our own body of work around what we call trust-based languaging. Words, not scripting, but words and phrases to use that are authentic and natural to take the pressure out and build that trust. Let me give you an example right now. Let's say in a call with somebody for the first time, a prospect, a first conversation. Call is going well, good chemistry, good opportunity, you're excited, call comes to a close. Normally we say things like what? We say things like, hey, how about we move forward, have a cup of coffee, get together again, send you a contract, see a demo. Say we're wired to move things forward when we sense an opportunity. But what could happen if you try and move something forward with someone and they aren't ready yet from the beginning? What do you break with them from the beginning of the process?
Yeah, asking me the question. I mean, if you push too hard, they sort of put on the brakes, but they might do it in kind of a subterfuge, right?
Well, if you make assumptions, exactly, you lose that trust in the beginning. So same scenario, our mindset and our approach. Call is going well, good chemistry, all looks good, call comes to a close. Rather than saying, hey, how about we go to the next step? What we say instead is this. We say, where do you think we should go from here? And I'll say it again. Where do you think we should go from here?
You're sort of giving them permission to unhook the wagon right now. Yeah.
That shifts the power. That tells them you're willing to listen. And what usually happens is when you say to somebody, where do you think we should go from here? They're usually in a state of shock.
Yeah.
They can't believe somebody in business would ask them what they want to do because they're so used to being pulled down a linear process. And usually they say things like, well, I've got one more question. Or what about this? You know what comes out? The truth.
Yeah.
And that's your goal. Your goal is to build enough trust with someone where they feel comfortable opening up to you and telling you everything so you know where you stand versus guessing along the way on a long sales cycle and hoping it'll work out.
Yeah.
That's the first principle. The second one is the idea of what I call getting to the truth with people. Now, what does that mean? What that means is having them feel comfortable opening up to you and telling you the truth of where they stand. You're not playing games anymore with anyone. You're unlocking this game. Here's an example. I recently got a phone call that came inbound to our company. It got through my team. It got to me. I picked the phone up and I said, hello. And he says, Mr. Galper? I said, yes. My name is John Johnson. I'm changing the name. I'm with XYZ company. We're looking to bring someone in to change the culture of our sales organization. We're looking at you and a few other people. We'd like to know, first of all, why should we go with you? Why you're the best? And give me your best sales pitch. He says this to me inbound. So now they're a big, huge company. I'm a human being too, but I took a deep breath. I got centered in my approach. I lowered my voice and I said this to him. What I said was this. I said, well, isn't that interesting? Now there's more, don't worry, but I paused for a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
And then I said, over here at our company, we have a similar process to you, where we ask some questions, gather information to see if we're a good fit. And if we're a good fit, we decide where to go from there. And I said to him, would you be open to that? That's all I said to him. Next thing I heard on the phone, dead silence, not a word. Then I felt his breath, like he actually breathed like a sigh of relief. I could tell over the phone. He almost lowers his shoulders. I could tell. He lowers his voice and he says to me, okay, what kind of questions do you have for me? Next thing I know, within 5 minutes, I discover 1, he's not a decision maker. 2, he has no budget. And 3, he's just curious as to what I do.
Right.
And off he went to some of my videos on my website, and I hung up the phone. Now, what did my process just save me months of?
trying to sell him something he wasn't going to buy. Yeah.
Chasing, pursuing, time, energy, wasted resources. It's almost like this drug in our bodies, and it's latent and it's triggered with inbound calls like that. You know what the drug is called? It's called hopium. You know the hopium thing?
I like that.
You're like so excited. I got the call. Yeah. You tell your team, I got the big opportunity. You're so excited. And then you follow up with them. You call, you get their voicemail. Like, what? He's not there. Then you go to your email and you write this email. You write, hi, I'm writing you to what? To follow up on our conversation. Now I'm going to ask all your listeners and viewers now to take an oath with me, a verbal oath, to never again, as of the recording, ever use this phrase again. Here it is. Never again use the phrase in your career, the phrase follow up, ever again as of today. What's the only industry in the world that uses that word follow up?
I can think my doctor wants to use that all the time.
Typically, salespeople. Hi, I'm going to follow up. There's a few more classics. Remember the ones from the 80s? Checking in, touching base. We're still using all this old languaging that associates us with the negative salesperson stereotype.
Yep.
This follow-up is chasing them to move things forward. When you move them forward, it puts pressure on them, and they don't tell you the truth anymore. Now you're playing the game. So instead, here's what you say. This goes right from our materials. You say, I'm giving you a call to see if you have any feedback from our previous conversation, any feedback from our proposal, any feedback from our last meeting. See, feedback is moving them forward. Feedback is moving them backwards. That's taking the pressure out, and that releases the truth.